Hi guys, Alex here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to remove your EGR valve off of a 2.2 litre CRDI diesel engine from my 2011 Kia Sorento. Now you're going to need to remove as much from this area as possible because it's a bit tight in there, as you can see. For me, I just have a pod filter which I've already taken the bracket off of, so I can just move that out of the way. And we'll get the MAF sensor connector off just in case, and we'll unplug the EGR connector as well. Keep in mind this pipe might be in the way for you. Wasn't for me, didn't have to remove it, but it looks like it's just a vacuum line for the brake booster, so there's not going to be any fluids in there. It should just come right off. So the EGR valve itself is held on by these screws. There's 3 of them. They are located there, there, and there. Now that one might be a bit tricky, but if you have small hands, it should be pretty easy to do. So it's unlikely you're going to be able to just lift off the EGR valve. So for this side, I use an extension or a screwdriver and just tap it. On this side, I just use the hammer against it. Again, probably use a rubber mallet. And then once you feel it's pretty loose, you can move this pipe, lift it up, and there it is. And you can see how sooty it is. Now this is also important. There's a gasket here which sits between the valve and the housing. Don't lose that, or you'll most likely get an exhaust leak in that area. So why might you need to remove an EGR valve? Well, first of all, you might see a reduction in fuel economy, power, you might have a rough idle, or even a check engine light when they get stuck open or shut. So I would say it's probably more of a preventative maintenance thing. You don't need to do it every oil change, but keeping it happy is probably the best way to get the most out of your vehicle. So to clean it up, I've got a scouring pad, some degreaser, and some shop rags, just to clean up the mess. So I've just sprayed some degreaser on it. As you can see, it's already starting to work a bit, looking at the colour of that cleaning fluid. Now that's going to need some time to penetrate all that carbon buildup. But the other thing you can do is find a small tub and fill it with degreaser or simple green, just some handy cleaner. But you only want to fill it up to that height because there's electronics in that section there. So submerging that is fine, and it's probably going to be a good soak, but that much I wouldn't do. Okay, so now that that's soaked for a bit, we can take our little scouring pad. You can already see some of the bronze underneath the carbon already. Give it a good scuffing. I mean, look at that, you can already tell. You can see the metal underneath just from using simple shop degreaser. Inside is going to be a bit more tricky, but that's where our cloth comes in. So look at the difference that makes. We're not even done yet, but this is looking pretty clean now. I would also probably do a round trying to get off some of this build up here for a good sealing. But apart from that, you can go further, but this is ready to go back in. So here we are back by the car. Now the gasket has a little tab there. Now this gasket only goes in one direction. That's not going to fit. That's not going to fit. It needs to be up there. So the tab's up there, facing that way, going back in. So what we're going to do is just wiggle this hose out of the way, unless you're smart and you removed it. And then it's just a matter of finding how to slot it back in. And that actually went in so much easier now that it's clean. So that buildup of carbon was the resistance of simply just pulling it out. This is moving so much freer now. And then we'll take our 3 bolts. Just drop them in by hand first. Just make sure your hands are thin enough. Or make sure you can pinch screws really well. Well, technically bolts. So that is pretty much it. We're going to plug our electrical connector back in. Now if you have the factory airbox, you're going to want to put those back in. I can just do that while my bracket is out of the car. And don't forget to plug in your MAF sensor. Let's have a look. Perfect. And there you have it, guys. That is how you change the EGR valve on this model of Kia Sorento with the 2.2 litre turbo diesel CRDI engine. If you have any feedback for me, you can leave a comment below. I don't normally do this kind of video, but I felt like because I was struggling to find an actual tutorial online, I figured I'd make it. If you like this video, please give it a like, consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time.